My current title is Deputy Chief Executive, Deputy CEO. So I'm a step down. So the CEO is my father, my dad. And then I'm right now is running the company. So my dad started this company about 25 years ago, in aluminum. So I think it would help if I just share a screen with you guys or something like that, so you can see this real quick. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
our company is right now is Longbun, so it's pretty much just Longbun. But then it's the Longbun Group, and there's Longbun NTV, and this is Longbun Vineyard. So if you guys can see, this is Longbun NTV is for Vietnamese market. AOV is for global, so it represents like for exporting and stuff like that. Lovo is a manufacturer in Vineyard, a factory in Vineyard, and then Honda is a company that we work with, a Japanese company. It's called joint venture. You guys are familiar with joint venture already, right? Like when like two companies pretty much work together, right? And so this company, what we're doing is just we focus on aluminum. So aluminum. So we started out by making doors and windows, and that's how my parents started it. And then we grew into having a factory that making it, just not just buying it. Like we're not just like a store that just sell whatever people sell, but we actually make it, and then later on we export it. And then now we also work with Japanese. So the Japanese will do the extrusion, which is they pushing out like the aluminum, and then we use that aluminum to fabricate, to make product. And then we have company that sell in Vietnamese market, and then a company that sell in the US market, Europe and Japan and Australia. So pretty much it's around the world.
Approximately how many people in your company?
Add together was 500, right? About 500 people. So our products from the very beginning, my parents has always been focused on high quality only. So you here in Vietnam, everybody is high quality, right? Everybody is cao cấp, right? But not really. So so with us is everything that we do, we'd rather not do it at all, or we do high quality only. So how we make it different is that it's easy to go for cheap and quick money, right? It's easy for you to do like, oh, it's cheaper, make it cheap, make it more money, profit, stuff like that, but you lose your reputation. So as you guys learning, I mean, I know you for sure, you guys already know that the asset for a company, the hardest to acquire and the easiest to lose is what? Reputation, right? So your name is everything. It takes years to build, and it takes you only what? Trust, right? Just like it's gone right away. So from the very get-go, my parents has always been wanting to like, we do anything, we do it right. So we focus on just high quality. So even the door, so you got talking about the material is right, the accessories, like, you know, the door handles, the hinge and all stuff, that even to the smallest thing, it's we do it right, or we don't do it at all. So so in the market for aluminum, there's a lot of player in the market. There's a lot of people that's selling aluminum. But when it comes to high quality, if you go to any construction, people and ask us like, hey, do you know any like Japanese, a Japanese quality product or high quality products? They always go to us. They will tell you it's Longbun. I can guarantee you that. So it's really hard to do that. And then because there's a time, especially like now when people don't have money to spend, they tend to like, oh my God, I know it's good. It's like a Mercedes, right? Like say everybody know it's good, but it doesn't mean you're gonna spend the money on it, right? But at least you know once you spend the money on it, you know it's right. So that's just our model. So we just keep focus on that. How do we develop our products and keep it from our competitors? So we know our customer, we know what they want, and we make sure they pay for what they get. Like we give it all, and we want to make sure that we do it right for them, so they can trust us from the get-go. And then from that we grow our business because people believe in it, right? So that's how we make the difference. For that, I would say just stay focused. What I mean by that is, as I described, you can tell that I have a lot of team and a lot of different aspects I have to look at the same time, right? Like salespeople would constantly, it's like, oh, just sell it, you're gonna be fine, blah, blah, right? And then the production people would be like, no, we have to do it right, so we need longer time. But sales people would be like, no, can you have it tomorrow, right? So it's like you being pulled from all different directions, right? And then there's time that, so pretty much it's like, there's always, every department and every company has a different goal, different directions. So the higher you go, the more you have to be able to see the big picture, right? So you have to know what is your road, what are you aiming? Because like, if you have an aim, right? If you have an aim like this, even if when you jump everywhere, you're still jumping on a path. But if you don't have an aim, you will jump somewhere else. Like, and you let the decision pull you, then they will just steer towards somewhere else, not the aim that you want to. So staying focused is very important by knowing, like, know your customer, know your people, know your company. So I ran into the problem is that I wanted to get approval from people. I wanted, not approval, but it's like I wanted people to be happy and wanting to work with me and all stuff like that. So I ended up, I sacrificed the efficiency of the company, efficiency and result for synergy. I was focusing on making people want to be there, happy to be there, happy to work with me, and then I make the decision based on what would make people happy instead of based on what really bring the good result at the end. So what I learned from it was the very thing that I told you guys earlier about how staying focused and knowing your goal and your aim. And prioritize, right? So the easiest way to explain it would be like this. So if you go, let's say something happened to you, right? And then you look back and like, oh my God, I should have done this, I should have done that. And you see very clear what you should have done, right? But once you like sitting here and decide for something front, you're like, oh my God, I'm like, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I go, right? So it's only clear when you look backward, right? So when you know what you really want and you calculate it backward, it helps you to stay focused and help you knowing what's important, what value is important. So that one was really helped. That hiccup that I realized is just like it's gonna be hard to run a company when you're young, especially when you're young, and especially you're in a culture that respect age more than knowledge, more than experience. So it's like, so pretty much it's like when it comes to that, know who you work with, know your people. Just like you're running a company, running a small team, or running a person, just stay focused on the person you're talking to, or stay focused on the company. Stay focused on what's really important. What I really get a lot of result from is when, I'm gonna say it in our culture specifically, okay? Our culture is just they would never tell you to your face that something is wrong. They will go behind your back or tell your boss, hey, can I talk to you separately? Right?
Yes.
And then, so that's for our culture specifically. So when it comes to those conflicts in my work, I just feel like, so when I get to my level, when most of my conflicts, why it's not just the work itself, it's more focused about people, is because I'm managing managers. And then what I realized with our culture is that, so at beginning, what happened is like, if somebody come to me about a problem, I will talk to that person, but I also explain to that person why the other person do that. And then I go to the other person and talking to them like, hey, I think this is a problem, and then explain to them. And then the problem with this is, the problem that I ran into was that the person, let's say like this A person come and tell me like, hey boss, can you believe this person do this ABCD, right? And I'm just like, have you think about this? Have you talk about this? And they think that what's the word in Vietnamese? They think that I binh cái người kia. And then like I'm on their side, so I'm not gonna tell you anymore because you don't see what I'm talking about. But they don't realize that I also talk to the other person the same. And coming from the US culture, I don't like shaming people. Like I don't like running out there in the middle of the company screaming at somebody like, how could you do this, right? I want them like, hey, come to my office, I want to talk to you about this. But it doesn't work that way with our culture. And what I realized, just like try to gather information about the problem from multiple angles before you even say anything. Just because people want to hear it, they want to talk, so they want to see that their boss listen to them, right? Like give them a chance to be heard, I'll tell you guys that later because it's related to your other questions. Sorry.
Yeah.
But pretty much it's like listen to them and then don't say anything yet. Don't, even if you know an answer, even if you know everything, just try to gather. The more information you have, the better it is. And then compare it. That's step one. Step two is like compare it to your value, your priority list that I talked to you guys earlier. What's your values, what your goal was, and stuff like that. And then compare to that. And then get to the final result. And from that result, talk to people separately and then talk to them together. People skill. That's what's the last question, is like people skill. Because like I said earlier, when you get to a manager position, I run to this a lot and I realize a lot of this is like, I'm gonna say this in Vietnamese and I'm gonna say it in English. It's like in Vietnamese has more word. It's just một người thợ giỏi không phải là một người quản lý giỏi. That's two different things. Okay, so you can be very skilled, you can be very experienced. That don't mean you're a good manager. Because once you get to a manager level, it's about the people that you work with. It's not about the tool that you're working with no more, right? You have to be able to use all this skill. So when I say people skill is what? People skill is, there's two sides. One side is the energy and the other side is logic, right? So the logic part is something that you're gonna learn in school a lot, with all this SWOT analysis, SMART goals, and all stuff like that, right? Those, I'm sure you guys already know, like, you know, strength, weakness, opportunity, and then SMART goals, and like blah, blah, which is very, very important. You have to let them know how their work being measured and what is it in you that scaling them if they are good employees or are they not a good employees. Like all of those tools is very, very important that you're gonna learn in school. But something that the school cannot teach you is the energy part. And that can only comes from when you really know who you are as the manager. So the way that I manage is not going to be same as you, Linh, or Trúc, or Hien, or the people skills start from yourself. You have to know yourself, who you are. Don't lie to yourself, because in the end, people can see it, right?